नमस्कार। श्री रामकृष्ण कथामृत तव कथामृतं तप्त जीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमंगलं श्रीमदादतं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः। श्री रामकृष्ण कथामृतो प्रथम भाग तृतीय खंडो पंचम परिच्छेद the fifth chapter we are going to start today, in which Sri Ramakrishna is going to talk about the vision of God and God with form or without form, that vision. Now, as usual, starting this chapter, Sri M has included one shlok from the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna, Sri Krishna is telling Arjuna, Bhaktya tvananyaya shakyaha aham evam vidhorjuna jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. The 54th shlok from 11th adhyay of the Bhagavad Gita, Vishwarupa Darshan. And since the topic that Sri Ramakrishna is going to talk about is regarding the darshan of God, the vision of God, Sri M has included this shlok to start the Pancham Parichhed, the 5th chapter. Let us see what this shlok actually deals with. Bhaktya tu ananyaya shakyaha. Bhaktya is by bhakti, by devotion. Tu, indeed, verily. Ananyaya, single-minded. Shakyaha is possible. What is indeed possible by single-minded devotion? Aham evam vidaha. I. Aham is I. Evam vidaha, this form, of this form. Arjuna. Oh Arjuna. Sri Krishna is telling Arjuna that with one pointed devotion, it is possible to see this form of mine. Jnatum drashtum cha tatvena. Jnatum is to be known. Drashtum, to be seen. Cha, and. Tatvena, in reality. Praveshtum cha parantapa, and entered into me, O Parantapa, O Arjuna, O scorcher of the foes. Sri Krishna is addressing Arjuna as scorcher of the foes. And this is the condition that Arjuna has got into, that Sri Krishna has to give him this teaching of Srimad Bhagavad Gita to prepare him to wage the war. Now Sri Krishna says, but by unswerving devotion, by one pointed devotion, can I of this form be known, and not only known, be seen in reality and also entered into. The salt doll can enter into the ocean of Satchidananda. So with one pointed devotion, a devotee can not only know me but can see me in this form and can also enter me, O scorcher of the foes. This is the teaching that Lord Sri Krishna has given to Arjuna in this shlok. And what Sri Ramakrishna has to say, as Swami Chidbhavanandaji has included Sri Ramakrishna's quote on similar with a similar meaning to this shlok. Sri Ramakrishna says, many have heard of milk. Those who have seen it are lesser in number. The partakers of milk are lesser still. So, many people might have heard of what is milk. But among those many people who have heard what is milk, there may be very few who have actually seen it. What is milk? Oh, white colored liquid. drawn from the udder of the cow or buffalo. And then very few among them, they might have actually tasted that milk. They might have partaken that milk. Even such is the contact of man with God, Sri Ramakrishna says. Many might have heard about the God. Many might be praying to God. From those many, from among those very many, many may be praying to God, but only a few can partake of the Lord. If only a few can see the Lord. And what is the key to see that seeing? Sri Krishna has given in this shloka single pointedness, one pointed devotion, unstinted devotion. And then Sri Ramakrishna further says, a talk arose whether man can see God with his physical eyes. No, he cannot be perceived with fleshy eyes. That's what Sri Ramakrishna says. He has experienced it. That's why he is confidently saying this. When bhakti is practiced, the sadhaka develops a superior sense organ, not this physical sense organ, a subtle sense organ, which has the power to see and hear supermundane things. With that spiritual eye, God is beheld and the devotee is commingled with him. That's what Sri Krishna says. He can praveshtumcha, he can enter me. With that kind of devotion. So that is the starting of the 5th chapter of the Tritiyo Khando of Pratham Bhag of Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna in Bengali. Ishpur Shakar na Nirakar. So that is the heading of this particular chapter, that vision of God and with form or without form. একজন ব্রাহ্মভক্ত জিজ্ঞাসা করিলেন, one Brahmo devotee asks Sri Ramakrishna, Mahashoy, ঈশ্বরকে কি দেখা যায়? যদি দেখা যায়, দেখিতে পাই না কেন? Now this Brahmo devotee asks Sri Ramakrishna, revered sir, can God be seen? And if so, যদি দেখা যায়, if we can see, দেখিতে পাই না কেন? Why cannot we see him if God can be seen? And then Sri Ramakrishna says, হ্যাঁ, অবশ্য দেখা যায়. Sri Ramakrishna time and again emphasizes this fact. অবশ্য দেখা যায়. You can really truly see God. সাকার রূপে দেখা যায়, আবার অরূপও দেখা যায়. You can see God not only with form. You can even see God in the formless entity. As a formless God you can see. And then Sri Ramakrishna is a bit perturbed and he says, তা তোমায় বোঝাই কেমন করে? I fail to understand. How should I make you understand? I just cannot make you understand. You must yourself realize it. I have realized it. But how do I explain it to you? Because earlier Sri Ramakrishna has said that we cannot describe Brahman in words. We cannot limit Brahman with those few words. There is no definition. You have to only experience it. And that's why Sri Ramakrishna is feeling a bit sorry that I'm not able to explain to you. How can I explain to you how God can be seen with form and without form? And then the Brahma Bhakta asks, কি উপায় দেখা যেতে পারে? Now the Brahmo devotee asks, but by which way, by which method can one see him? Now he is very keen to see God, especially when Sri Ramakrishna has said, not only see God, you can see God with form and also without form. But I'm sorry, my dear friend, I'm not able to explain it to you. How can I explain? And then he says, Ki upay dekha jete pare. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, Byakul hoye tar jonno kante paro. Can you weep for his vision? Getting strong yearning, getting strong desire. Can you weep for him? And then Sri Ramakrishna again says, লোকে ছেলের জন্য স্ত্রীর জন্য টাকার জন্য এক ঘটি কাঁদে people shed jugful of tears for their children, for their wife, for money. Oh God, give me money. Oh God, make me rich. Oh God, give me a beautiful wife. And then for children. So Sri Ramakrishna says, for all these, people shed jugful of tears. Kintu Ishporer jonno ke kanche. Who weeps for the vision of God? We weep, we cry, we shed tears for so many worldly things. To enjoy so many worldly desires, we weep to God. We make vow, oh God, please do this, I will do this. I will pay 101 rupees to this temple if you do this. Oh God, they weep for all these things. But Sri Ramakrishna's grudge, Sri Ramakrishna's grief is Ishpurer Junyu ke kanched. Who weeps for the Lord? No? যতক্ষণ ছেলে চুষি নিয়ে ভুলে থাকে মা রান্না বান্না বাড়ির কাজ সব করে till the time the child is remains distracted with his pap. He keeps on sucking on it. He's busy with it. Till the time the child is busy with that sucking of his pap, his mother attends to all duties in the house. She attends to cooking, ranna banna, badir kaj, shob kore. She does all the works of the house, cooking, everything. ছেলের যখন চুষি আর ভালো লাগে না, when the infant, when the kid no more appreciates sucking on that pap, then what happens? চুষি ফেলে চিৎকার করে কাঁদে. He just takes out pap from the mouth, throws it and just gives a loud cry. চিৎকার করে কাঁদে. তখন মা ভাতের হাঁডি নামিয়ে দুধ করে এসে ছেলেকে কোলে লয়. And then what happens? Mother is busy in the kitchen cooking rice. But the moment this child gets bored with that pap, now he wants his mother. He takes it out, throws it, and gives a loud cry. The moment mother hears that loud cry, what happens? She takes that rice pot from the stove, from the fire, and puts it down, comes running to her child, picks up the baby in her arms. That kind of yearning, that kind of crying Sri Ramakrishna is referring to. Not crying for children, not crying for spouse, not crying for money, not crying for materialistic things. No. Cry like the child cries for mother, and leaving aside all the works, our divine mother, our eternal mother, she is so busy in this creation, preservation, destruction. She is so much engaged in this work. Now she has created this universe. She has to preserve it. So she is extremely busy. But the moment a child of mother with all the yearning starts crying for mother, mother will leave aside all these tasks, come to the child running and pick him up in her arms. That is the way one should cry. That is the way Sri Ramakrishna tells the Brahmo devotees and also to us. Sri Ramakrishna is telling us, in fact, he is telling us yearningly, weep for the Lord yearningly, and then you will see him. Cry for the mother. Mother will leave all her duties and come to you running, pick you up in her arms. So that is how Sri Ramakrishna is telling the Brahmo devotees how we can actually see the God, how we can see the beautiful face of our beloved mother. That is the trick. Weeping, weeping, weeping with yearning heart, like a child yearning for its mother. So here we will stop our reading of the 5th chapter today. We will continue, and there are a lot of other wonderful teachings and the examples Sri Ramakrishna is going to give to us on this topic, that how can God be seen with form, without form. Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishna. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji.